the Klingons losing it looks like a cavort, beating down some of the pushing them back. Stardust actually possibly having a decent, well, not really at this point in time. Rhineland's coming in and going to just burn things down. And we see a Norexian early on relative to some of the other races, and they're going to look to hunt down this guy. Is, even though he's not necessarily a tank at this level, he kind of is because of just... You see that Maul looking to move in on Boggz' base down here in the bottom. It's because you know where Boggz' fleet is, and these Laval's burning stuff down in the bottom. We're going to take a quick look while over here to see what's happening here. Nothing going on too much yet. We're back over into the action here. The Romulans moving into this, trying to take out a couple kills here, getting a couple successful kills, running into the phaser platform. Now back over here into Boggz' base. Maul looking to do a little bit of damage here. We have a Norexian taking damage. And just a ton of fleets here. And he's actually going to lose this Norexian if he doesn't watch out. Oh, a beautiful, maybe a little bit of luck. 1, 2, oh, something went off. Losing a Norexian. These, the defense batteries coming online, being powered by this one scout station, not doing a whole bunch of damage here to this one Sousa class, though a little bit better than before. And here comes a Shrike, looking to take down a little bit of extra stuff, and down goes the Warboard Yard. This guy is not dead yet, but he is so close there. He is focusing fire on it, going to lose this one Sousa, but a good trade-off considering these guys usually run about 1,200 dilithium. Not to mention the titanium, I think it's about 300 or 600. Good trade-off, one Sousa for that. So here we have just a lone straggler cavort going to get taken out. A little bit of revenge on the Romulan's part. Again, weapons effects, beautiful, beautiful weapons effects. So that is going to put Boggz down a little bit. That had to hurt. So Boggz was trying to employ one of the tactics of keeping a star yard near an expansion, so that way if your expansion is attacked, you can easily repair. But that didn't work out if you didn't have any ships there, which was what happened when he was out helping his teammate. So that is going to set him back a little bit, and that is going to give the right-hand team a little bit of sigh of relief, considering that they were getting pressured into the late game, and they were looking not like they were prepared. So in the meantime, you can see that Stardust has started moving into the Starfleet Command. We'll start to see warp-ins here anytime soon. And over here, Maul's just hanging out here looking to find any stragglers. Really what Maul could potentially do is move back in here and snipe from this direction. And that may actually be what he's going to do. So, if nothing else, he could... It's a little bit of a gamble considering he will end up showing where his fleet is. And so the opponent, of course, putting a fleet in your opponent's base is one surefire way of getting their attention. And it looks like they are going after the field yard. So, and they are going to. So here these guys doing a ton of damage on this thing right off the bat. You got a Sousa coming out. You got one of these ships taking a little bit of damage. They are going to get a kill. They are going to take Sergio's field yard out, and that is going to seriously put his shipyard back out of ship production, out of business if they can get this kill off, and they will. You can see in the meantime on the mini-map that the green blob is moving slowly to the left, and down goes the field yard. Klingons are now, the red Klingons are now without a ship repair. So any sort of base that you, any sort of Klingon ships that you see, red Klingon ships, they are going to be a little bit of SOL. And then down here, they are making a run on Stardust's base, making him pay a little bit of base trading going on. They could try to run in here and try to take out. They were basically ignoring this. Back up here, you can see that the combined Klingon Federation forces have managed to take out this heavy weapons platform, and the Romulans are slowly moving up here, going to provide a little bit of extra support. Sergio getting beat down here, and the Romulans hanging out, do not want to engage. They just do not have the forces. Here we go. So Sergio has lost this. The Klingons, the remaining Klingon ships, Sergio's remaining Klingon ships need to rendezvous over here at their one expansion. They are going to lose this one here. Nonetheless, it is just a Tritanium one. You can see a little bit of the new animation for the Excelsior class. Unfortunately, the Klingons, well, actually, probably very intelligently, they are taking a couple of stragglers, and if they could, they did manage Maul losing a few, but these Klingons need to watch out. They cannot take ship losses, but here comes Boggz, providing a little bit of extra support here, making the feds pay a little bit more too. So there goes Canaveral. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. And decloaks some more Klingons, taking out a few of Sergio's remaining Klingon ships. Romulans trying to go after this Excelsior, but I don't know that's necessarily the good move. It is an expansive ship, but they really should worry about taking out just what they can get. And it is all in, everybody in. Things moving around here, left and right. Sergio's one of his ships almost down. Looks like, what, like 1% of hull. And it is. And all in. And there we go. A little bit of Romulans getting outgunned because a little bit of miscommunication there. It was a rough battle, but it's potentially you see a little bit of teamwork going on. The that somehow became a lot worse for the left-hand team because they did not coordinate their retreat. That does hurt, and that's one of the things that as an FO player you're going to have to worry about is how do you coordinate attacks and retreats, and retreats are actually really important to coordinate. It is difficult, so you don't beat anyone over the head too much, but you do see the results there. Learning experience all around. And that is going to give the right-hand team a little bit of advantage here. And the right-hand team is moving into Excelsiors. The Excelsiors were beast in several patches. Nice to see them on the field once again, considering that they were considered OP, overpowered, and nice to see them again on the field. Some Akirias making the board as well. And Maul just having just a ton of ships out here. Maul actually is not... I can't find where he is building ships. And here we have him moving into his Sane classes. Something we also haven't seen in a while. The last patch had these guys as long range, and long range were fairly slow. That made these Sangs almost unusable because of their speed. And... or at least, and a lot of players weren't using them. So, in the meantime, the right-hand team is sitting on a decent fleet and is moving in. So you can see here that Maul is moving into the armory. That'll open up some of the other ships over here in this yard, this battle yard. Now, up here, you can see in this expansion that a lot of ships hanging out here. There's the first of the warp ins. Gets a nice little roll with a steam runner. Not to mention the Galaxy class. Nice to see them out here. Now somewhere in here there's a Nova potentially. The Novas provide an interesting... they're an interesting support ship. They can up the rate of fire of photon torpedo ships, and at some point I'm going to have to catalog which ships those are. The community at large will soon tell you what sort of support those guys are. We can see here that Stardust is moving into a fourth dilithium moon are trying to. The left-hand white and red team going to move over here. Hopefully they see this and just burn this guy really quickly.